Daniel, what is going on? When are you coming to the hospital? Dad just passed away a little while ago. He was your own father. How could you not be here at the end?
Look, it's not like I had a choice. I'm swamped at work.
This is not the time to be hiding behind work. He was asking for you this morning, Daniel. He kept saying your name, and you weren't here.
Well, I didn't know it was gonna be today, did I? And exactly who do you think pays the bills around here? You're just a stay-at-home wife. Don't get too big for your boots.
Are you serious right now? You're the one who asked me to quit my job and move in to take care of your dad. I gave up my career to do this, and you haven't lifted a finger in 10 years, and you have the nerve to say I just stay at home?
Oh, be quiet. Caregiving is nothing compared to a real job. Don't act like it's some big heroic thing.
Excuse me? I was there every single day, every morning, every night. I canceled plans, I gave up friendships, I gave up everything. But sure, Daniel, nothing compared to a real job.
You always do this. You always make everything into a whole drama.
Actually, now is not the time to argue. Just come by the hospital after work, okay? We need to talk about the funeral arrangements.
Wait, I have to help with the funeral too?
Help? You're the chief mourner. You're his son.
Me? Why me?
Because he was your father. You need to take charge here.
I mean, that sounds like a lot to handle. Why don't you just take care of it, Rachel?
Excuse me?
There's no law saying the son has to be in charge. You're his daughter-in-law. Just run the whole thing yourself. Handle all the prep work, too.
You can't be serious. You're going to dump your own father's funeral on me?
Yup. I believe in you. You've got this.
That's really not okay. There are relatives to coordinate, and I don't know your family's church or the cemetery or any of it. Can we at least do it together?
No can do. Work is crazy right now. If you get stuck, just ask one of my aunts. You can figure it out. This is basically part of being a wife, right?
I can't believe this. Your Aunt Deborah doesn't even have my number, Daniel. We barely see those people. How am I supposed to coordinate an entire funeral with strangers?
What do you think I had you quit your job for? It was to take care of Dad. The funeral is just the last part of that job, so see it through to the end.
Unbelievable. Harold was kind to me from the very beginning. I owe him that. That's the only reason I did 10 years of this alone, but dumping the funeral on me too, that's a whole different level.
Is it though?
Harold used to thank me, you know. He'd take my hand and say, "Rachel, I don't know what I'd do without you." He said that to me. Not to you, to me. I handled every bath, every toilet trip, every single thing. Compared to all that, one funeral and a little prep work is easy, right? He was your dad. You could at least try.
Enough already! When I say do it, you do it! That's how it works! This is an order from your husband. Handle the funeral, every last detail, by yourself!
I can't believe this.
All right, looks like I've got overtime again tonight. Take care of everything, okay?
Hey, Christine, long time no talk. Do you have a minute?
Rachel, it's been a while. What's going on? Is everything okay? You sound tense.
Harold passed away today, and Daniel just refused to help with the funeral, so I've got a lot on my plate. I just needed to check something. Did Daniel reach out to you today?
Actually, he did just message me. He said he wants to come by after work. He seemed perfectly fine, honestly. Normal tone.
His own father died today, and he's still making plans to come see you. What kind of person does that?
Wait, his dad passed away?
He didn't tell you? Harold had been in the hospital for a month. It wasn't looking good.
He never mentioned a word of that to me. He's been coming over 3 times a week for the past month, too. He never said anything about his father being sick. Nothing. Unbelievable. What a terrible son.
And a terrible husband. He has no idea his wife and his mistress have been talking this whole time. Poor oblivious man.
Don't call me his mistress, Rachel. I have 0 feelings left for that man.
Oh, really?
The only reason I still see him is for Tommy's sake. He hid the fact that he had a wife and dated me. He's the worst. When I found out and broke it off, I suddenly realized I was pregnant. I remember that day so clearly. I was sitting in my car in the parking lot just staring at the test. I had no idea what to do. But even a terrible man is still a child's father. That's the only reason I still let him visit.
And he has no clue going over there all cheerful, thinking things are going great with his mistress.
I'm only ever pleasant because Tommy's in the room. I do get child support from him at least, and it'd be mean to be cold to someone my son likes. Tommy gets so excited when he comes over, it's actually hard to watch. He doesn't understand any of it.
Though $200 a month barely counts as child support. I honestly don't know how he thought he could start a second family on that.
That's why I'm so grateful to you, Rachel. You have every right to be furious at me, and instead, you've been sending me $500 a month. Tommy and I are doing so much better because of you. We were really struggling before.
You were just as much a victim of his lies as I was. When you called me that first time, I was honestly more relieved than angry. Finally having someone to be honest with made everything easier. And honestly, it's easier when he's not home anyway. When he is home, he does nothing but complain and criticize my caregiving. You're doing the exercises wrong. You're too slow. You hover too much. Not once did he lift a finger, just critiqued from the doorway. I think of you as somewhere he can go to be out of my hair.
And honestly, it's helpful on my end too. When I have to go into work on weekends, having someone there to watch Tommy is actually really convenient. He's useless in most ways, but he can entertain a 5-year-old for a few hours.
I'm grateful for you too, Christine. Having someone to share all this with is the only reason I made it through 10 years and was actually there for Harold at the end. There were nights I'd just sit in Harold's room after he fell asleep and message you. Just needing to talk to someone who understood the whole situation. I gave it everything I had. No regrets.
You're incredible. You must be exhausted. And now you have a whole funeral to plan alone. Is there anything I can actually do to help? Practically, I mean.
You being there to listen is already a lot, but now Harold's gone. I honestly can't imagine staying in that house alone with Daniel.
Oh, actually, I've been meaning to bring something up. My son mentioned something the other day. Apparently, Daniel asked him if he'd like to live with Daddy someday.
He what?
He said it very casually, like it was already decided. Tommy came to me and said, Daddy says maybe I can have my own room at his house. I didn't know what to say, and now with Harold passing, do you think he's planning to move us in?
Almost certainly. He's probably thinking he can kick me out and marry you. That house is in his name. He's been waiting for this. Speaking of which, how do you actually feel about marrying Daniel?
Absolutely not. The only reason he's in Tommy's life at all is because Tommy likes him, and honestly, Tommy likes anyone who buys him things. That says more about Daniel's strategy than any real connection. There is no universe where I become that man's wife.
We might need to sit down and figure out our next moves together.
Agreed. I've actually been thinking about this for a while. I have some savings now, thanks to you, and I've been quietly putting things in order. I'm ready whenever you are.
But first, I need to get through this funeral. He dumped the whole thing on me, as usual. Can I reach out once the dust settles?
Of course. I'll keep Daniel occupied so he doesn't bother you during the prep. I'll make sure he's busy every evening this week.
You are a lifesaver. I'll call you after. Talk soon.
Hey, great job yesterday. Seriously, Rachel, you absolutely nailed it. The flowers were nice. People were saying good things.
Thank you. Would have been a lot easier if you'd help, though. Your Aunt Deborah cried because you weren't there for the first half. She kept asking me where you were, and I didn't know what to say.
Hey, that's all behind us now. Actually, there's something I've been wanting to talk to you about.
Can't you tell me at home? I'm out right now. Just ask me when I get back.
Nah, this is hard to say in person. I don't want you going ballistic right in front of me.
What?
So, I have a girlfriend, and she and I actually have a kid together.
Wow, so you put a whole other family while you were married to me, and meanwhile you let me carry the whole caregiving burden for 10 years.
You were so caught up in caregiving you never paid any attention to me. That's on you.
Excuse me?
She made me feel seen when I needed it, and she gave me the most adorable little boy, but I couldn't make it official because you were still in the picture. She never said a word. She just quietly waited and supported me.
So I'm the villain in this story. If that's how you felt, you could have just told me and asked for a divorce.
Are you kidding? Then she would have had to deal with my dad.
What?
She's already raising a toddler. I wasn't going to put caregiving on top of that. So I waited. I waited for the day Dad was gone and I didn't need you anymore.
I see. So the plan was to dump all the hard stuff on me and then throw me away at the end. I was always just a caregiver you happened to be married to. Not a wife, not a person, just someone to use.
Finally, I can go be with the woman who waited for me. Thanks for everything, Rachel. You've done your job. We're done. I'm gonna move Christine and our son into the house, so you need to get out.
Who said I was moving in with you?
Huh?
Stop making plans on my behalf. I never said I wanted to be your family. I have my son. That's enough. You seriously think I'd marry someone like you?
Wait, hold on. Who is this? Rachel? No, that's not Rachel's voice.
Wow, you can't even recognize the mother of your child. You were just at my place yesterday.
Christine? Is that you? Why are you showing up in Rachel's messages?
Because we're together right now. We're at a cafe. Rachel needed someone to celebrate with after that funeral she handled all by herself.
What? You two were in a cafe together? How are you even friends? You're my wife and the other woman. You're supposed to hate each other. Oh, wait. Are you fighting over me?
You know.
That's it, isn't it? You're pushing Rachel to leave so you can be with me faster. You're so desperate for us to be together. How cute.
Please stop with the delusions. Rachel and I aren't enemies. We've been working together.
Wait, my wife and you have been cooperating? For how long? What does that even mean, working together?
Rachel has known about me this whole time. We've been in contact for years. She actually told me to keep letting you come over since you were just in the way at home.
What?
Having another adult around to entertain Tommy when I need it is actually useful. So I took her up on the offer and kept seeing you, but I have never had feelings for you, just to be clear.
Are you serious? All this time, I thought you were waiting for me. I thought we had something real.
You thought what you wanted to think. It was convenient for both of us. That's all it was. Oh, and we were just talking about the inheritance. I asked Rachel if she'd be willing to share a portion with Tommy and me.
The inheritance?
Apparently, Harold had figured out we existed. So he left a very generous inheritance to Rachel, framed as thanks for the caregiving. But he also said, if there's someone else who should receive something, please pass it along. Rachel told me that's what he said. Harold was a good man. He thought of Tommy even at the end.
Nobody told me any of this. That's my father's money. I'm his son. That should be coming to me.
And yet he chose to leave it to the person who was actually there for him. Think about that for a moment. I figured as much that you didn't know. It feels strange to accept an inheritance in my position, but when I think about raising Tommy alone, it would genuinely help. So I've decided to accept. Once I've received it, we're moving. Daniel, I won't be seeing you again.
You can't be serious. I was gonna divorce Rachel and finally be with you two. I've been planning this. I've been waiting. We were supposed to be a family.
I never asked you to do that. Not once.
But Tommy needs a father. You always said that.
He does, so I actually asked him. I asked if he'd be okay not seeing Daddy for a while. He said, yeah, it's fine. I only liked him because he bought me toys. Kids are brutally honest, aren't they?
No! Wait, please! I've been holding on for so long, waiting to finally live with you two openly! I gave up a real marriage! I gave up my chance to do things right! We can finally be a real family! If you walk away now, you'll regret it!
I've already mentally moved on from you, and marrying you would be the real regret. You're the type of man who dumps caregiving and funerals on his wife. That's not a good husband, and it's definitely not a good father.
That's not fair! I provided financially, that counts for something!
You paid $200 a month in child support and expected a medal. Rachel was covering the rest out of her own pocket because you were too cheap. That's how little you actually provided. I don't want my son growing up thinking that's how adults behave. You'd honestly just be a bad influence. Don't contact us again.
You think you could talk to me like that? Fine! Then I'm stopping the child support!
Go ahead. I have a stable income, and now I'll have the inheritance. I can raise my son just fine on my own.
But...
Actually, that was genuinely disgusting. Child support is your son's legal right. Using it as a threat makes you the lowest kind of person. This is exactly why I could never be with you.
No! That was a joke! I didn't mean it! I'll keep paying, obviously. Just please still let me see him.
He's starting elementary school this year. I think he's old enough to decide for himself. When he says he wants to see you, I'll let you know, but don't contact me first.
Wait!
Actually, he already said I'm okay not seeing Daddy for a while, so we'll be in touch when that changes. Don't call us.
Why didn't you come home last night? Where are you since you left for that cafe? I've called 8 times, Rachel!
I'm staying in a hotel until the divorce is finalized. I really don't want to see your face right now.
What? We can talk about this! Just come back and let's talk!
You said I was no longer needed, remember? I was the obstacle, apparently, so this should be fine.
But Christine isn't marrying me anymore, so there's no reason for us to get divorced! The whole situation has changed! Just come home!
Are you kidding me right now? I've been waiting for the day I could finally divorce you.
Wait, really?
Obviously, who would want to stay married to someone like you? You outsourced your father's entire care and funeral and spent a decade sneaking around on me. You spoke to me like I was an employee. You never once said thank you, not once in 10 years.
Well, I mean, Christine kind of became your thing toward the end. When did you find out about us?
Pretty much immediately. You suddenly had a million work reasons to disappear all the time. You started washing your own shirts. You came home smelling different. It was suspicious from the start.
No way!
And then Christine reached out to me directly. She said, I didn't know he was married, but the truth is, I got involved with your husband. She was so honest about it. I genuinely respected that. She didn't have to reach out. She could have just stayed hidden, but she called me anyway.
She told you herself?
When she told me she was pregnant, I felt more sympathy for her than anger. She was alone, blindsided, and scared, so I told her, don't worry about me, have your baby. I'll be here if you need support. I honestly just rooted for her.
What? So you just accepted it? Just like that? You weren't furious?
I was furious at you, Daniel, not at her. She didn't make any vows, you did. And I've been sending her extra money every month, since you were only paying $200 in child support like a cheapskate. I was pulling $500 out of the household budget to make up for it.
You what?
You couldn't make your own wife happy. You couldn't even give your other family a decent life. You're a failure on every front. You don't get a say in this. Sign the divorce papers, now.
Okay, but doesn't this inheritance split seem really unfair? You're getting more than half. I'm his only son. Doesn't blood mean anything?
It's exactly what Harold's will specified. We went through it with an attorney. You were there. You agreed. Don't start backtracking now.
I mean, I was caught off guard in the moment. You said you wouldn't sue for alimony if I accepted the split. But now that I think about it, it's kind of a raw deal.
You dumped 10 years of caregiving on me. You cheated on me. And I'm still letting that slide. No lawsuit, no alimony, and you're still complaining? The nerve.
It's just, Dad had more than I realized. If I'd known the amount, I would have been more involved. Doesn't that count for something?
You just admitted you would have helped your father only for the money. Do you hear yourself? Harold heard you too, Daniel. That's probably why he wrote it the way he did.
Then, can't you at least come back? It's so lonely here. Dad's gone, you're gone, Christine and Tommy are gone. I can't handle being alone like this.
Not my problem.
Don't be so cold. I've been thinking about getting older. Who's gonna take care of me someday?
Staff at a care facility, probably, so you'd better start saving up for that.
You won't be there for me after everything?
Why would I take care of an ex-husband?
But we were family once. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Going through Harold's care taught me something. Real caregiving takes real love. That's the only way it's sustainable. I got through 10 years because I genuinely cared about Harold as a person. He was kind and patient and grateful. He was nothing like you. And I don't have a single ounce of love left for you, Daniel. Not even a little.
How can you say that? We were together for years. You can't just turn it off.
Goodbye. If you're that lonely, go buy yourself a stuffed animal. After that, Daniel never reached out again. Word has it he's been spending his nights alone, drifting from bar to bar, trying to fill the silence. His savings account is essentially empty, and his retirement is looking bleak. As for Rachel, she ended up moving into an apartment just a few blocks from Christine and Tommy. They still meet up regularly for coffee, and Rachel has become something of a beloved presence in Tommy's life. It's an unlikely connection, born out of strange circumstances, but somehow they just get along. The conversation always flows, and there's always something to laugh about. They plan to keep looking out for each other for a long time to come.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.